My name is Zoe Dunning, and I am a change management consultant. I have my own consulting practice, but I've been in the management consulting industry for about 20 years now. I also am a retired naval officer. Well, for me, I did serve in the Navy for a long time closeted. Back in 1993, I actually decided that I wasn't going to live that lie anymore. I felt like every day that I came to work and I evaded questions or I was ambiguous with my answers to what I did this weekend. I felt like every time I did that, it was somewhat of a lie of omission, and it felt like every time I had to do that, a little piece of me died. And when I did, it was incredible, the results that I experienced. I mean, of all workplaces that it's difficult to be openly gay in, I think the military probably is the top of that list. And I was actually pleasantly surprised at the way that most of my shipmates accepted me. Folks felt honored that I had allowed them to see that part of me. And for me, I was finally able to create those bonds and those connections that I couldn't before. I was socializing more with folks. I was getting to know them better and they were getting to know me better. You know, when you're a consultant, you can be out, but it's a continuous process because you're constantly put on new projects with new people from different offices, and so it's sort of a constant process of coming out to folks. And I got assigned to a project with a gentleman, and I hadn't planned on coming out to him that quickly, but we went to the first client site and the receptionist recognized me and started talking very excitedly about you know, my recent being in the news. And afterward, my fellow consultant that I just started this project with was asking me what was that all about, and I then had to explain to him that I had come out to the Navy and that I was had some notoriety from that, and so the gentleman had recognized me. It turned out that this guy was Mormon, a father of 4 children, had never ever spoken to anyone openly gay that he knew of before. I asked him what it was like to be Mormon. He got to talk to me and ask me questions about what it meant to be gay. I got to ask him questions like, what if one of your children comes out to you? How would you handle that? And he responded, well, that just possibly couldn't happen. And I told him that indeed it could happen, and how would he handle that? So we talked through these different scenarios, and it became one of my strongest working relationships I ever had. And in fact, toward the end of that project, I was going through this discharge trial from the Navy, and the day of my discharge hearing, I came home and there was a dozen roses on my doorstep. And it was 11 red roses and 1 yellow rose. And the card was signed by my colleague, Ross, the Mormon. And on the card it said, "Some might fail to see the beauty of the yellow rose and remove it from the bunch. Good luck today." And so at that point I realized that we had made that connection that I never would have been able to make otherwise. We would have just been co-workers who went about our job. So to me, it's important to be out at work, to be yourself, because it takes energy to pretend that you're not. It takes energy to come up with evasive answers or to not be yourself fully. And so there's been no turning back since I've come out in the workplace. I can't imagine having to live a life where I can't be fully myself at work anymore. I'm proud to be out at work, and I'm proud to be part of DOT 429.